Welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited that you are here. I'd love to continue on my series with the college performing arts majors, tips and tricks. In today's episode, I will be talking about the must-haves for any college performing arts major entering their first year, sophomore year, regardless if you're in the dorms or if you're studying from home in a completely online virtual semester. I've learned from my freshman year being on campus and saying, oh wait, I needed this item, I should have had this. And also turning completely virtual last semester and saying, oh, I need to invest in this device. This is going to make my virtual learning experience a whole lot better. So I'd love to share those items with you in this list. Number one, a keyboard. This is an essential for any music major, especially during COVID-19. Now, during COVID-19, you want to limit your going out, going to different places, touch points. And as a music major, a piano practice rooms are a huge touch point. So I would recommend not going to the practice rooms as much and having a keyboard in your apartment or in your dorm, and that'll eliminate some back and forth because you don't know who goes in there, if they're wiping down everything. Even if you wipe down everything, it's not going to be completely safe. It's best that you just have your own keyboard. It's also super helpful because you can plug in headphones and no one will hear you practicing. You can learn your repertoire on the keyboard without going outside of your room. Even if you're at home, I mentioned this keyboard, it's still really important to have, I think, because you're with your family or you're with your roommates if you live on campus still, and it's kind of disturbing. Keep on practicing in front of them and they're always gonna hear you. Even though we have this piano right here, I still have a keyboard and I practice on my own so that no one else can hear me. I plug in the headphones, it's really useful. Number two, headphones with a microphone. You're probably going to be spending a ton of time on Blue Jeans or Zoom or some other type of virtual platform. And having AirPods or the old-fashioned headphones even, where on the wire there's a little microphone, that's gonna be significantly better for the sound and also for your listeners. For when you're talking on these lectures virtually and interacting with others, if you're just talking into your computer without headphones, without microphones, it's going to be not as great sound quality for your listeners. There might be hissing sounds. If you have a fan on in your room, that's all going to come up. And especially if you might have to sing over Zoom, it's gonna be best if you have an AirPod in and it'll pick you up that way rather than singing into your phone or singing into your computer, because they're not meant for that. It's gonna pick up all the sound around you and not just your voice. That is a lot more direct. If you have a microphone, it's gonna be a lot more direct to your voice. Three, a phone tripod. This guy right here will save your life. Let me tell you, I didn't even have this until we went completely virtual and I had to invest in it because I was doing so many self-tapes and so many recordings of me doing monologues, scenes, my voice lessons. I would prop up my phone on this and have my voice lesson on my iPhone because I was already using my computer. I was using my iPad for something else. And so I had to use my phone as the recording device, as my Zoom lecture device in many different ways. And so it saves you a lot of trouble so you don't have to keep on propping up books and, adjusting the angle. It's very difficult. With this, you can prop it on a different surface, change the angle. With this certain tripod, I recommend this type, even though I really don't get paid. I don't get sponsorships or anything. But this one, you can change your phone from portrait to landscape, which you'll find handy. So I recommend this kind of a model if we really want to get specific. But any phone tripod is really going to help you out. Number four, a Beltbox or some other kind of vocal dampener. But what the Beltbox does is that it just closes out your sound. You're covering your mouth essentially with the Beltbox. I'll throw up a picture. But with the Beltbox, you're not disrupting others as much. That's why it's really handy for a lot of people who are out and auditioning in different places. But what you're gonna use it during this COVID-19 era is that you're not disturbing others. You might not be able to practice in the practice rooms. What are you gonna do then? You still have to practice. And so you'll be able to practice in your dorm. You'll be able to practice in your house, in your room, in your house with other roommates and not disturb everyone because it'll close out your sound to just you. 5, a lighting source for your tapes. You're gonna be doing a lot of taping this year, and so you're gonna wanna have the proper tape setup. So you wanna have that tripod, but you also wanna have your light source. I recommend either purchasing a ring light or beauty lighting. Those are two different kinds of lightings, but it's totally your choice what is going to be best for you also. The ring light, what's nice about it, I mean, I'm taping with a ring light right now. What's nice about it is that it is super portable. If you're in a dorm and you have limited space, the ring light's probably your go-to. It's pretty affordable. Maybe if you have a roommate, you wanna split the cost because you're both gonna be using it. There's also the beauty lighting option. The beauty lighting, it's bigger because you're gonna have 2 of them. And so one is gonna come from each side, and it's more of an even lighting. The ring light is gonna be more direct lighting. It's just gonna be on your face. It's kind of like a spotlight, you could say. Some extra fun toys. They're not on the main list of this video, but they're fun to have. They're more wants than total necessary needs. So first, I recommend the Nebulizer. Great for your voice, makes it feel super nice, especially in the winter if you're recovering from a cold or something like that. Plastic straws are also really nice to have, and just have a ton of them to cycle through because you're not going to want to reuse them, especially during this time period. Always throw them away after you use them, and keep them in a Ziploc bag so that you're the only one who's breathing and touching on them. If you use one, I recommend throwing it away. Don't reuse it, but it's great for warm-ups, especially if you don't want to make a lot of noise. Wakes up the resonance, breath control, and support. Great tool. Lastly, a steamer. Now, this doesn't actually improve your voice if you're feeling sick, but it just soothes it. It feels nice. So that's my whole list of college performing arts majors must-haves during COVID-19. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you can take some of the suggestions. Of course, everyone's a little bit different. Maybe you want to add some things to this list. Let me know in the comments down below. And what was your favorite item? I'd love to hear that as well. So let me know in the comments below. Give this video a like if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for notifications so you can see when upcoming videos are hitting the YouTube. And I really hope to see you next time on my channel. Thanks so much for watching.